the 3 days off, how
Yeah.
did that help you guys?
That was awesome, being able just to get away from it a little bit, clear mind, do whatever you want since it's an off day. Yeah, so I enjoyed it.
It's rare to get 3 actual days off where you're not really, don't gotta come to the gym like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's been a few times in my career, like the schedule has had a big gap in between games. But like to have 3 actual off days, I don't know. I think it comes part of being part of a veteran team. Some of the younger teams I've been on that's had a few days off in between games still got to come in and get some light workouts in with us lifting or on court work. But I think we on a veteran team, guys that know and understand and been through it all, you can kind of give them some more time off.
What's the difference between this week and that week where y'all were about to play the Knicks and the Nets in New York, where y'all had 4 days off the 2?
I think being home, being part of it, being in your own bed, and hanging out with loved ones, families, friends, things like that. I think that's a big difference. And you still have that option to be able to get into the gym and not a scheduled time on the road when the gym time is available.
How much more calmer has it been, just for the team in general, not even just the rest part of it, but how much calmer things have been now compared to when there were those 4 days and then you guys had to play those 2 games in New York. Just where the team is.
I just think when you have a new team in general, things aren't going to go smooth. Everybody's in a figuring out process, from the players to the coaches and even the organization, and just making things fit, work. Things change, roles change, everything like that. So you're just learning on the fly. It's not like you get a break and you're able to sit down and go through training camp again and get everybody acclimated. So you just learn things on the fly, and with time, things get better. And I think that's what's been happening. You're starting to find a rhythm, starting to find a flow, and understanding what everybody needs and wants, and how to play, and what the team identity is. So I think that's what it is. The more time under our belts, the better it gets.
Norm, in your mind, what's been the biggest thing that's allowed you guys to kind of go on this roll that you guys have been on over the last 30 or so games?
I think the biggest thing is just everybody staying in the moment, everybody focusing on what it takes to win, collectively, individually, and everybody pulling the rope in the same direction, and giving themselves up for the team. That's everybody from James, Y, PG, Russ, to me, T-Man, Amir, guys coming off the bench. Everybody's doing whatever it takes to win, no matter what the situation is. Some nights it's going to be your night, some nights it's not. But we're all pushing and cheering for each other, because at the end of the day, we want to win.
You guys have, numbers-wise, had a little bit of defensive slippage over the last about 20 games.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys get back to the level that you were before that?
Just continue to focus on the little things. I think each game is a little different, and we're doing a lot of different things on the floor in terms of coverages and how we're switching things up on the fly defensively. So some of it's miscommunication on different actions and things that we're in, but that's just because one minute we'll play this way, and if they come out and setting up this play, we'll switch matchups and do something different. So just continuing to be locked in, communicating each other on the floor and what we see, and then when we do have time, whether that's in shoot around or our practice, and we're going over defensive rotations and things like that, just being tied in and focusing on how the rotations are and what we need to do to complete them in the game.
Actually, thank you.
I was going to say, this team's averaging almost 26 assists a game. That's 6.5 more than any other T-Lou team here has. Is that the James effect, or is there something more widespread that's allowing you guys to rack up more assists?
I think it's a superstar effect. You got 3 guys on the floor at a time that demand a lot of attention, and they're double teaming pretty much every possession. Whoever has the ball they're getting a lot of help. So the ball moves when the double team's open, so you're creating a lot of open looks. And then when they're not, and James has the ball in the pick and roll, he's able to get downhill and find the bigs and kick outs and put the defense in rotations. But I think having that star power on the floor really helps, because teams are overloaded and worried about one person. But then on the other side of the floor, there's guys that can put the ball in the basket as well. So I think it's just an effect of having a deep team and guys that can score and put the ball in the basket many different ways.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And like Curtis said, man, put me in the three-point contest. All right?
Yeah.
Good?